How have metropolitan statistical area definitions evolved? Imagine trying to map out the United States' busiest regions and how they grow over time. That's where metropolitan statistical areas come into play. These regions help us understand where people live, work, and travel. Over the years, their definitions have changed a lot to keep up with how cities and suburbs grow and change. Back in 1949, the idea started as standard metropolitan areas. These areas included big cities and nearby counties that had strong social and economic ties. It was a simple way to see how urban areas interacted with their surroundings. 10 years later, in 1959, the name changed slightly to Standard Metropolitan Statistical Area. Then in 1983, it was shortened to just Metropolitan Statistical Area. This made it easier to talk about these regions in reports and studies. By 1990, the term metropolitan area was used to describe both large urban regions and smaller ones. This helped include more diverse areas under one umbrella. In 2000, the government introduced core-based statistical area. This new term covered both large metropolitan areas and smaller, micropolitan areas, which had populations between 10,000 and 49,999 people. This change was important because it recognized smaller urban clusters that still had strong economic ties. The Office of Management and Budget is the agency responsible for defining and updating these areas. They base their definitions on population size and how many people commute from surrounding counties into the urban core. For example, if a large number of people in a nearby county work in the city, that county is included in the metropolitan area. Every 10 years, after the census, they review and update these boundaries to reflected population shifts and commuting patterns. After the 2000 census, they started including micropolitan areas in the definitions. The 2010 standards refined these rules further, and the latest updates came in 2021, with changes implemented in 2023 and plans for 2025. These updates can change which counties are part of a metropolitan area, sometimes moving areas up or down in size. They can also change the names if the main city or economic hub shifts. Older geographic units like New England city and town areas are being phased out in favor of county-based boundaries. These changes show how cities grow, suburbs expand, and commuting habits evolve. These definitions are important because they help us understand population trends, economic activity, and urban growth across the country. They give us a clear picture of how different regions are connected and changing over time.